Hello everyone, my name is Danielle Beaker and I am a registered nurse, which is why I decided to focus my recommendation report on something nursing related, in this case medications. I do work in a home care agency, however, PHC home care, as far as I know, is fictitious. So with that being said, let's go ahead and see what my report is about. One of the major things we do in home care is what we call delegation. And this is where me, as the registered nurse, teaches and trains caregivers, in-home caregivers in particular, how to do certain tasks that they normally wouldn't be able to do. These things can include catheter care, taking manual vital signs, and medication administration. However, before they can administer medications in the home, they have to undergo medication training. PHC Home Care has a class for this in which the caregivers come in and we review certain things before they go out in the home and administer medications there. We have to be safe. The state regulates the things that we have to include in training legally, and some of those things include how to read a medication administration record, how to administer the meds, of course, via different routes, how to document appropriately, and then I have to see the caregivers do a little bit of demonstration. So all of these things are things that I have to see before I check them off on passing the class. PHC Home Care, for the purposes of this report, has seen an increase in medication errors, which causes me, the nurse and teacher, to question whether or not the medication training is effective. What things can I do to improve the training and therefore reduce the current amount of medication errors? I started by gathering info, which is what I just talked about, determining the root cause of the problem. I did a basic internet search to provide in this case, administrators with information regarding what a medication error is, how it can take place, and what the current medication training looks like and how it's regulated by the state. I used the FDA and Oregon State Board of Nursing website. And then I went on to make comparisons with other home care agencies. What are they doing for training? How long do they train? And does PHC Home Care compare to that? How can we incorporate their ideas into ours? A database search provided me with studies and research pertaining to the situation. I used the MHCC library, Gale Cengage, and EBSCO were the two big databases I used. And then I went on to synthesize this information to come up with a conclusion, a big picture, and produce a recommendation. The results I found involve these three broad topics. A lot of the studies backed these three things up as the most important things to focus on when teaching. Those include visuals, demonstration, and time. So some of the studies found that visuals were helpful for learners. We have to address the visual learners. These can include PowerPoints and videos. Other studies backed up demonstration. They found that demonstration was a key when training others, which is that hands-on practice. And then time, of course, is broad, but this includes the time of day in which people learn best and how much time they need to learn effectively. One specific source pertaining to visuals found that students reported higher satisfaction with a course that utilized a computer program. I will always be lecturing, but maybe I should add a PowerPoint. Maybe I should add videos that show how to administer meds. That might be a little more helpful. For demonstration purposes, teacher Francis Hules found that his students learn more effectively if there was a variety in the mode of presentation, meaning maybe I should include more demonstration. Maybe I should change things up a bit to stimulate a variety of different learners. And then time, this is the study that found that mornings were the best time for older adults to learn. Our caregivers tend to be older in age, so time is something we definitely have to address. Mind you, there are more sources found than this, but these are three key ones to the three key subjects I found. And finally, the recommendation, just to give you guys a brief graphic, are to add a PowerPoint, increase demonstrations, increase the length of time of the class. They need more time to learn. And then changing the time of day in which the class is held. Maybe having it in the morning instead of the afternoon. All four of these things are things that studies have found to be helpful when considering how to teach a class, and in this case, how to train. So, by using these things, my recommendation is to utilize them appropriately, increase medication training effectiveness, and thereby reduce medication errors. Please let me know as my classmates whether or not this all made sense to you, things I can improve on. Let me know. I love constructive criticism, so I look forward to hearing from you guys. And thank you so much for watching my presentation. Have a wonderful day.